Hello, my beautiful singles. Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you? And welcome to the weekend. I hope you're well. I'm here with a couple of oracle decks, the Lover's Oracle, and we're here with the Divine Goddess Oracle deck. And we're going to couple this with some tarot to find out what sort of energy is going on for the singles here. How are you, singles? This is a collective reading, by the way. This is not a reading per sign. This is a collective reading for the collective single energy. And if you are single, there could be something here for you. Please remember, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for everybody. It cannot, because we're not all in the same place at the same time in our lives, right? We don't all have the same amount of knowledge, nor do we have the same amount of lessons. All right. So we've got the first card out here. We've got time. It says, you are trying too hard. Give it time. All right. One more card here, please. We've got sacred union. What's this? It says, honor and treasure your relationship, for it's truly sacred. Feels like somebody here with that sacred union card, that you know that somebody is in your life as a sacred union, but it feels like you're not supposed to push it, I'm going to say. So it might be that there is still some healing to do on both sides, or lessons to be learned on both sides. Maybe one of you isn't ready and the other one is. Could be you that's ready and maybe not them. But it says here, you're trying too hard. Give it time, because this is a sacred union. So you need to honor and treasure the relationship because it's truly sacred. So take your time, I'm going to say. And make sure that you have the healing that you need before things come to a place where we get into this sacred union. It says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. I think I was just saying this. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. So through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And so, look, what I'm not saying is that if you're in a tumultuous relationship and it's causing heartache or pain, or it's abusive, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about someone who you have in your life already that you suspect is probably a divine counterpart or a past life connection, or somebody you feel completely and totally connected to. I think that it says here, through turmoil, that a blessing will soon be revealed. So the turmoil could be that maybe you're ready to go and they're not, and you already sense that they're not ready. So I feel like that's the kind of turmoil that I just want to tell you I was talking about. We've got, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in another are the qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So when we do get into sacred unions, soulmates, past life connections, we end up meeting people who mirror us. They're going to bring out the hardest things. They're going to mirror back to us the things that really need to be tended to in our own lives, right, in our own energies. So I feel like you're supposed to be aware that the person that is your person, I feel, is somebody who it may not necessarily feel comfortable at the very beginning, because they may be mirroring back your energy to you, and you may not like that at all. Tell me more about this. As soon as we get down these cards here, we'll go back to the tarot. We'll get some details for you, find out what's coming up for you for the week. Tell me about the singles, please. What else do we need to know about the singles? We've got stress. So it says, cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. We've got obsession. It says, focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. One more. We have abundance. We've got release. So we have abundance. It says an inflow of money, love, or rewards. So I feel like there could be somebody here who is sort of obsessed with another person, possibly focusing too much on one situation. You could be very focused on wanting a relationship with them when they're just focused on trying to get themselves right. Oftentimes that'll happen. And if you chase somebody and somebody starts to run, then you get upset with them or yourself and say, oh, I'm not their second choice, and all those other things I see in the comments. It's just really, honestly, because truthfully, they're just not ready. And you're trying to make them ready, and they're just truly not ready. So I feel like the stressful part of it is, it's going to take time. And I feel like you don't want to hear that you don't want it to take time. You're going to say, it's taken years already. How much time do they need? Well, these things take time, and they take as much time as they need to take. It feels like somebody here is obsessing about the sacred union, possibly. And although you know that this is a really abundant connection, I feel like you need to give it time. It says here, release. It says, release grudges, wounds, pent-up feelings through healthy activities. So it does feel like you just need to release it for a bit, and maybe go a little bit harder on your going a little bit harder on your meditations, maybe inward a little bit more. And it says evaluation, feed out what doesn't serve you and reevaluate the situation. So really seeing the situation for what it is for, I think, is really important, because I feel like we have somebody here who is stressing because you want this to come together, and it's not coming together. And I feel like it's almost become an obsession. Like it's the only thing you're focused on. Possibly could be love, when there's a lot of other things that need to be released, need to be tended to. And if this person is actually mirroring you and bringing up all of your these energies of feeling unwanted or being pushed away, or that's what they're supposed to mirror for you. Those are little things that you're supposed to be working on right now, if that's how it's feeling to you. All right, let's find out what's going on with the tarot. Singles, don't forget, I've got a sale on at this time. So there's 2 sales. There's one that's 10% off my pre-recorded reads, if you'd like to do that. 10% off until the end of the month. There is a coupon code, and there is a link to Hipsy in the pinned comment below. Also, I am now doing face-to-face reads by phone, by chat, and face-to-face. So you've got 75% off the first 10 minutes of a live read with me, if you'd like to do that. All right, let's find out what's going on for the singles. Tell me about the singles. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for the singles, please? We have the 3 of Swords. It does really feel like somebody's stressing about it. I would say that whatever's meant for you is never going to pass you by. I know you guys get tired of hearing me say that, but it really is the truth. And no matter what amount of stress you put on yourself by obsessing over the connection, it's not going to bring them in any quicker. It's just going to be stressful for you. We've got the King of Cups. This could be the person that we're talking about, possibly a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. And then we have the King of Swords. It could be someone who's Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I feel like it feels like somebody here really wants to be honest about their feelings, but feels like they should be holding them back. You could be an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. You could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. We do have Cancer energy here. Somebody really wants this to move forward like now. And I would say to you, I don't think that this connection is ready. And if we go into the connection before it is ready, and you will know through feeling if the other person is ready or not. But this tells me here that somebody is about to reveal their feelings. Somebody's about to, the thing is that it may come off as very aloof, detached, or cold if it's not time. I want to say that one of you, now you can pick this, but one of you is in your emotions, and the other one is very head over heart. One is heart over head, one is head over heart. So we have 2 very different energies here. And it feels like whether you could be the Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or you could be the Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, it feels like we have feminines or masculines. Look, just because, don't get confused because there's guys on the cards, because the masculines also have feminine energy, and that's why there's no sexes in tarot. So it's all about energy. So I feel like this is a mixture of energy about somebody who's feeling really deeply and feels like, look, I just want to say it already. I just want to get balance. I want to say it, but I don't know how to say it. And I feel like this person here, you're not going to evoke the emotion from them because they're not in an emotional place at this time. They're in a very head over heart place. They're making decisions in their life based on facts, based on logic, and not of the emotional sense. It feels like somebody here, one of you is very emotional, one of you is very aloof, detached. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the, somebody's really, it feels like one of you is really like, I want it now. I want it now. Why do I have to wait? Why can't we do all this stuff while we're in the relationship? It feels like somebody is running from the commitment and somebody wants the commitment to move forward really quickly here. Tell me more. We do have the Death card. So there has to be transformation. Before we can have the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups, there must be transformation. But I feel like right now, this is the place that we're at. We're at the Eight of Swords right now. The Eight of Swords is about being stuck in the mind. Somebody here is very defensive. They feel like they have to put up their defenses, or they feel like they have to hold back until they get a view from higher up. It's like somebody doesn't feel like they have all the facts. It feels like this person. Somebody doesn't feel like they have all the facts. They either don't know you well enough, or they don't know how they feel about you well enough. And it feels like this is all moving too quickly for somebody here. By the way, these are both fixed signs, right? We've got Aquarius and Scorpio. Those are both fixed signs. These are two people who like to move really slowly, but one of you is like, but why can't we just do it right now? And then look at all the details later. But that's not how the king goes down. That's not how this King of Swords is going to work it out. So I want to say that with this Hierophant energy here, that there is a lesson to be learned. And the lesson to be learned is that if you push too fast, it's going to break. It will not work out. It will not only work out, but it could damage the connection. So it feels like the Death card is here. It feels like transformation must take place first before we end up trying to work this thing out. Let's get some energies here. Tell me about the King of Cups. Because there is somebody here who's emotionally available already. Somebody who's like, I'm ready. I'm good to go. I'm ready for the commitment, but I'm worried that if I say something, that the King of Swords is going to take off. Is going to leave. Is going to run for the hills. Tell me about this King of Cups, because somebody here is very much in their romantic energy, romanticizing it, ready to make some sort of really big, gallant gesture of emotions. And I just don't think that that's how it's going to go down for the King of Swords. The King of Swords might stand back and go, uh-oh, what do I do now? And might bolt. They might jet, right? Tell me about the King of Cups. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Five of Cups. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. So it really does feel like somebody here is about to make the decision to say something about their feelings. I feel like whoever you are that is in your water energy, and you don't have to be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, but whoever the one is that's in their deep emotional energy, I feel as though, you know, we have a lot of fun together. Maybe they're part of your social group. It feels like we have a lot of celebrations when we're together. We have a lot of fun. We just really match really well. We jive really well. And so I feel like the Five of Cups is telling me that, with the Three of Swords here, is telling me I'm not really sure if I should say something. And I'm going to say to you, if you feel like you shouldn't, please go with your intuition, because the Five of Cups is about regret and sadness at making this decision when it's not yet time to make that decision. So yes, I feel like you should continue to have fun, continue to enjoy this person's company instead of trying to push it forward when it's not ready. Tell me about the King of Swords. If the King of Swords is the person that we're talking about for you, I mean, it could be, you could be the King of Swords and this person could be the King of Cups, right? You could be the one that's very logical, grounded, right? The one that's thinking head over heart, and I need the facts. I need to know you a little better first before we get into this. And maybe you're the one that you're getting the vibes from the King of Cups, this person feminine or masculine, that's like this person's all in their feelings. And this person is, it could be someone who is about to divulge their feelings and say, you know, I'm really interested in a commitment with you. Tell me about the King of Swords. How is the King of Swords going to feel if the King of Cups divulges all of the information? Tells them about how they feel. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. And we have, yeah, that's exactly, we have the Page of Swords. That's exactly what Aquarius would do. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Look, especially if they're an Aquarius, fixed signs don't like to be put on the spot. They don't like to be asked to give, don't ever ask a fixed sign to make a decision on the spot. The answer is always going to be no if you're not going to let them think it out first. And so I feel like that if you are the King of Swords and this person who is all in their feelings comes to you, I feel like the Six of Cups is the first thing that ensues here. And so the Six of Cups is, I really do have sweet memories with you. We really do get along really well. I feel like you are somebody that I've known all my life. But then we have the Six of Swords. I need to take this away and think about it first. I need to get a clear mind. I don't want to be chaotic with my answer. I don't want to give you an answer right now. So if you are the King of Cups or the one that's in your feelings, I feel like if you're approaching somebody who's more aloof and detached and doesn't show their feelings on the surface, I feel like this person is somebody who's going to want to think about it first. So we do have the cardinal. We have the 6 swords here. We have a 7th sword, and we have an 8th sword. Guess what? This person is about to take this away and be stuck in their head forever because they're going to overthink everything. So I feel like this Page of Swords is telling me that the King of Swords wants to take this away, maybe view you from a distance, observe the information, think about it a little bit. I don't think that they're gone forever, but I do feel like this person feels like being put on the spot makes them feel chaotic because they can't give an answer right away. So it does feel like it is a... if you are the person who's all in your feels about it and you're dealing with someone who is a King of Swords, the King of Swords is never going to give you an answer immediately. They're always going to take it away, especially if they're an Aquarius sun. And they're going to take it away. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is always going to think about it first. Not going to give an answer immediately. Unless they have some fire in the rising or the moon, that might propel them forward here. But it does feel like we should probably talk about this because we do have the Hierophant, which is commitment, and then we have someone who's running from it. And this person I feel is pushing it forward. This person is running from it. Tell me about this. We've got the 7 of Swords. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 7 of Cups. Look, this is an energy of holding back. This is an energy of, if you go forward and say to this person, look, I would like the commitment, and then we can work on everything else afterwards, this person still takes it away and says, I'm not really sure. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want this to end up in sadness or regret. But this person is going to hold back and not give you their answer right away because the 7 of Swords is here. So I feel like there is somebody here who is ready to divulge their feelings and another person who's not ready to hear those feelings. But, you know, both of those energies, they're quite psychic. So I have a feeling that you both know what's about to go down. Tell me about this Death card. There's going to be a transformation. So if one of you says something to the other person, and I really do feel it's the one in the water energy is going to say it to the one in the Swords energy, I feel like it does change something. What changes here if we decide to bring this to the surface and talk about it? What changes here? Because the Death card is here. It changes something. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Page of Wands, and we have the Moon energy. So what it changes is the vibe. I'm going to say that now this person knows that you've got feelings for them, because I feel that they felt it, but I don't feel that they wanted to hear it or that you weren't ready to say it. But the Knight of Cups confirms it. There are romantic feelings here. And I think on both sides, by the way, I think that the King of Swords and the King of Wands, the King of Cups, I should say, feminine or masculine, I feel like that the feelings are mutual because the Knight of Cups has just shown up here. I feel like there is a spark. There also is, there's something now for you both to think about. It feels like the way it shifts the energy is somebody is now thinking, well, yeah, I am kind of attracted to them. I do love to spend time with them. I feel free. I feel like I'm at home. The Moon energy, though, doesn't give me an energy of somebody giving an answer. It gives me more of an energy of, I'm not really sure what to do with this. So what is the outcome here? Tell me what this outcome is. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We've got the Sun, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Swords and the Empress at the bottom of the deck, and we've got the 6 of Pentacles. You know what this says to me? The bottom of the deck here is the future energy for me. It feels like somebody here is like, is going to feel really upset or really hurt that this other person isn't ready at the same time you are. Because I feel like you are somebody who is not going to chase them because you are the Empress. You could be someone who's Libra or Taurus. But I feel like you feel breadcrumbed by this person. And I would say to you that everyone is allowed to make their decision about what they want to do with their life. This outcome here is kind of beautiful, actually, because we do have somebody who is ready to make a really big and bold move. Now, that could mean that if you are the person that is in your emotions or in your water energy, that you are the person who is come to a realization that I got to go for broke. I got to make the big, bold move, because if I don't, it's going to be a woulda, shoulda, coulda thing. I should have done it. What if they run off with somebody else? I feel like you're going to do it anyway, regardless. And we do have the 9 of Wands here, which is I'm just about ready to do it. Like I'm just going to be resilient, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. So it feels like somebody is going to go ahead, and the person who is in their emotions is going to in fact say something to the person who is head over heart here. Tell me how that's received. Tell me how that's received for the singles. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, and we've got the 6 of Pentacles that's come out again. We've got the Hanged Man. So I feel like this person is going to take it away and think about it. I don't think you're going to get your answer right away. It does feel like it does come to this place of a new beginning. Somebody now realizes that you mean business. Somebody realizes that you're ready for some sort of a long-term commitment. This is what it is, though. Is there going to be reciprocal energy? And so whether or not you get the reciprocal energy, it leaves you on a cliffhanger, because it's going to be different for everybody, of course. And it feels like this person is somebody who's taking it away to think about it for a while. You may not hear from this person for 6, 7, 8 days. You may not hear from them for a week. They may want to think about this connection with the 6 of Cups. They might think, yeah, this is a sweet connection. Yeah, we do have a really good and a good connection that is like feels like a soulmate connection. I feel like it does open the door to something new, affection, possibly, and the possibility of some sort of a long-term connection. But I feel like there's a period of silence, and that is what is going to make anybody crazy, right? There's a period of silence and holding back and getting perspective, and it's silence. And it's probably going to be for at least a week before this person answers you, and most people can't handle the silence. They just can't do it. They end up saying to the person, they end up blowing it up, saying, okay, fine, I'm not the second choice, and all of that kind of stuff. So we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here is impatient. They don't want to wait any longer. It could be someone who is a Libra, but somebody here just is like, let's just get this balanced and get on with it. So we do have Libra, we have Pisces energy here, Cancer as well. We have Scorpio energy here. We have Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. We do have Taurus energy here. We have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, we do have some Taurian energy here. We do have some Capricorn and Taurus energy here as well. All right, you know what? I'm just going to leave it right there. I think one of you is going to have a hard time holding back, and one of you is going to have a lot to think about, because someone is about to spring their feelings on you. So whatever side you're on, you can let me know in the comments. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. By the way, this is a sacred union, so if you do end up holding back, I feel like it comes together anyway. I'm going to go for now. Thanks, singles, for being here. I'll be back, as I'm always back, to read for you. You guys take care. Love ya. Bye.